Okay. I'm actually unsure if this is actually sending anywhere. So it says it's live, but I don't know that to be the case. I'm gonna type hi in here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go to. Oh, okay. I see me here. Okay, kind of. Let's go to Twitch. Yep. Okay, I'm on here. All right. I'm going to keep Twitch up, but I'm going to probably just like look somewhere else. Okay. So to give you guys like the background of what's going on here, I stopped paying for my Streamlabs because it was $27 a month, and that's a lot, and it builds up. So I was kind of toying around with it for a little bit. I love Streamlabs. The template that I had for the template that I was working with was really good. I loved the way it flowed. It made things very, very easy. But I think I'm just at the state where I probably just need to like hunker down and figure out how to do it with OBS. I've been playing around with it enough with Prism and then with Streamlabs. Seems like I could probably do this with some with OBS now, with like true OBS. And I was trying to look into how other creators do this. I just was looking up. Oh, I don't currently have it up yet, but I did thumbs up the video. So there was some plugin that you could download for OBS where it would restream it to different platforms. And I want to look into that, but in the meantime, I wanted to see what Restream had to offer for their free service. It looks like you can broadcast to two different sources on their free plan, and that's all I really want to do right now. Like, looking at like some analytics. Every time I go live on TikTok on this, it always will ban me for some reason, so that's out of the question. And then the only other one that I would probably go on would be like Kick, but nobody ever watches my Kick stuff, so like I feel like that's probably not the best place to upload. So doesn't like it feels to me like Kick doesn't really have anybody that like finds my stuff organically, whereas I do meet people on Twitch that find it organically, or on YouTube for that matter. So I only really stream primarily to those both, and if I had to choose between one or the other, I would feel like I'm missing out. So I feel like this would be okay for me right now. The only thing I'm missing is like the transitions are a little. They're okay. They're okay. I might have to play it back with Streamlabs to see what their free programs are, but OBS, this is their the transitions on here. And when I was using this last, I was showcasing this. So an error. Okay. An encoder occurred while recording. That's okay. I don't need to have that recorded. But if it dropped and is no longer live, that would be an issue for me. Let's Let's see, stream chat. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. But yeah, I did have to add one more scene. I'm gonna do ACX. Okay, so I'm gonna add this scene. I'm gonna do sources, and then say window capture. ACX create. His name is already in use. Okay. Window capture. Brave browser. How about that? And then there we go. Suppose I could do that. Hello. Okay. And then this will change. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here and then add a source. So video capture, add existing device. Me. Hi. Shrink me down. There we go. So then we got this. Expand me a little bit. Okay, just a little bit more. Reduce. Okay. All right. Well, things can't be perfect. I don't know what to tell you. Things can't be perfect. Okay. So, this is, yeah. Let me just actually bring this up like that. There we go. Bring it up even further. There we go. All right. So here's where we're at with this. So what happened? What do we do? Where are we at? Let's see my projects. We had quite the exciting time here because we did a lot of auditioning last time I was on here. We did a lot of auditioning. What did we audition for? Let's go to our audition pages. We auditioned for The Revenue Cure, Thriving Family Legacy, Art of Conversation, The 100 People Who Actually Changed the World, 10 Tips for all three of these. And guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what? We got 1, 2, 3 offers from Yolanda, and then a 4th from Scott, who is trying to figure out if I'd like to do this project. I think I would like to do this project. It is 5.9 hours, so it's quite some time, but and 0 ratings on Amazon, so that's a little hairy, but Scott is the person reaching out to me, so I know he's the one who wrote this. Yeah. So, and also for that matter, Yolanda is also reaching out to me, so I have good faith that these are going to have some longevity to them. Speaking of, this is unfortunate. I got this notice a couple days ago, and this is ACX reaching out to me. This has happened to me once before, and it happened to me on a project that I like. I spent a lot of time on it, and then it didn't really get any sales. It probably got like one sale, and that was maybe me. But this one was kind of a hit because this was the generative AI project that we did, and I'll show you exactly what we're sacrificing here. But we just got this email a couple days ago. It says, we are reaching out regarding the ACX production listed below. These titles have been identified to be in violation of the ACX and Amazon guidelines and have been removed. 2025, 2026 generative AI. Let's go to see what our impact was. Let's go all time, all available. We currently have 295 sales on the books. 295 sales. 24 for this year, 253 for last year. So we're already at a tenth of last year, which is good. That's a good rate right there. Baccarat, blackjack up at the top. Red light therapy is as well. But you'll notice that number 4, my fourth most popular book, was the generative AI at 21 sales. And that usually amounts to about $20 to like $25. And it sucks because it seems like it had potential. It was 1.6 hours, so it probably took me a good, I'd say at least a week, probably more like a month to make. So like the fact that it's just like a year, like at least a month's worth of work that just is down the drain for like $25, that kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie, that does kind of suck. But it is what it is. Sorry, Mr. Andrew Span. The book has been removed, and we no longer are affiliated with it. This was the notes from the rights holder. I allocate a significant portion of my marketing budget to ACX, which is an effective platform for driving sales across all my books. This particular book is in high demand and faces minimal competition. The combination of strong demand and strategic marketing is poised to make the audiobook version's sales exceptional. I think for the most part, it kind of followed suit on that. It did do a good job of generating some revenue, but alas, that is gone. No mas. No mas. But we live, we learn, and we overcome. And we got a couple projects on the plate. A couple projects on the plate now. And the due dates for these, you can't see them. About February 7th and February 14th. So those are coming up. Those are coming up here soon. My battery's pretty low, to be honest. I want to say my social battery's low. But let's go into Logic and see what we can knock out with this. See if we can at least knock out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just chip away just a tiny bit on it. If we could do that, it will be a successful stream. Now, I did audition for something tonight, so I won't be super loud about what that was, but I did audition, which is why I'm in a little suit tonight. So I did audition for something. That is a win, but I feel like it would be more of a win if I do something with this audiobook. So let's figure out what's going on here. Start out with the credits. All good things start with the credits. Okay, so if the available space on the Macintosh HD is 0 kilobytes, then how about you use the external hard drive, which is like 10 terabytes? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? All right. Services, settings, general, advanced, my info. Dude. Forgot I need to set the audio recording path. Because for some reason it wants to create it in lossy instead of, or sorry. Okay, how about this? File, save as. Lossy. You fuck. Logic Pro projects. There we go. Now, EV. Save. There we go. So then now if this is in the project, it should be good. There we go. There we go. 10 tips on how electric vehicles can cut costs and boost savings. Smart Money Strategies Book 5. Written by Yolanda Washington Cohen. Narrated by Eric Pullman. All right, how you sounding? How you sounding tonight? 10 tips on how electric vehicles can cut costs and boost savings. Smart Money Strategies Book 5. Written by Yolanda Washington Cohen. Narrated by Eric Pullman. Tips on how electric vehicles can cut. I don't know why I sound so nasally tonight. I call that credits. This is probably. There we go. Introduction. Introduction. Electric vehicles are changing how we travel. They are not just better for the environment, but can also help you save money. But can also save you a lot of money. This book explains 10 simple ways EVs can help you cut costs and keep more money in your pocket. Switching to an EV might feel like a big decision, but it can bring many benefits. From spending less on fuel to saving on maintenance, from from spending less on fuel, to saving on maintenance. From spending less on fuel to saving on maintenance, EVs are designed to be more cost efficient than traditional cars. Governments also offer tax breaks and incentives to make owning an EV more affordable. Governments also offer tax breaks and incentives to make owning an EV even more affordable. Plus, with fewer parts to repair and no need for gas, you'll enjoy lower expenses in the long run. Whether you're curious about EVs or already considering buying one. Whether you're curious about EVs or already considering buying one, this book will help guide you. This book will guide you through how they can improve your budget while helping the planet. Let's dive into the top reasons why choosing an EV is a smart financial move. Lower fuel costs. Electricity is generally much cheaper than gasoline or diesel fuel, resulting in significant savings on your fuel expenses. On average, EV owners spend less per mile on electricity compared to the cost of fueling a traditional internal combustion engine vehicle. Home charging, particularly during off-peak hours, can reduce these costs even further. For example, some utility companies offer special EV charging rates, allowing you to save even more. Over the lifespan of an EV, these savings can add up to thousands of dollars. Tax incentives. Many governments around the world offer tax credits, rebates, or other incentives for purchasing electric vehicles. These financial perks can substantially offset the initial cost of an EV, making it more affordable for first-time buyers. Additionally, some regions provide incentives for installing home charging stations, further reducing your upfront costs. Be sure to research available incentives in your area. To maximize your savings, as these programs can vary widely by location. Maintenance savings. Electric vehicles have fewer moving parts compared to traditional gasoline-powered Electric vehicles have fewer moving parts compared to traditional gasoline-powered cars. Without components like oil filters, timing belts, or exhaust systems, EVs require less maintenance. EVs require less routine maintenance. This translates into lower maintenance costs over the life of the vehicle, saving you both time and money. Regular upkeep like oil changes and emission checks become a thing of the past. EVs also have regenerative braking systems that reduce wear on brake pads, further extending the lifespan of key components. I'm actually kind of worried because, like, this is 7 minutes in. It's halfway through. 7 minutes will generally boil down to like 3 minutes. So this book seems to be about 10 minutes long, like at max. Long-term savings on repairs. With fewer parts prone to wear and tear. EVs typically experience fewer mechanical issues. This reliability leads to long-term savings on repair costs. You won't have to worry about frequent engine changes. Or transmission repairs. I don't know if my voice can actually handle any more of this, to be honest. Like, it's feeling pretty vocal fry right now. And yeah, this is the typical ChatGPT created book. Unfortunately, like, this is kind of what it looks like when you like, obviously when you create a oh, hey, what's up, Words and Words? Good to see you. Hi, Peach. Hi. Oh my gosh. I unfortunately have been broadcasting this whole time and not seeing this. Yeah, for some reason my voice is not like 100% there, so sorry about that. But so this is kind of what you see with a Words and Words. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm back on OBS, so this is going to look a little different than what it typically does, but so the title looks all right. Honestly, the cover is looking okay. But like, when you generate a ChatGPT book, typically it'll look like this, where like it'll produce maybe like 3 paragraphs of something that looks all right. But it'll do that for every single page. Like, every single chapter, every single thing that you want to create, it'll maybe do like, yeah, a paragraph sometimes 3, but nothing more than that. And like, this is kind of where we're at with the state of AI. So when you ask it to create a 10 chapter book for you, like it'll say, hey, okay, I know what to do with that. And it'll create like 10 mostly empty pages. Like ChatGPT is the epitome of you get exactly what you want in life in the worst possible way. Like you asked it to create 10 chapters, and it's like, I technically did give you 10 chapters, but it's 10 empty chapters. So it's unfortunate, but right now we're working on this project. I'll show you. We're working on this project. Oh, that's me. What's up? How you doing? We're working on this project right here. It is 10 tips on how electric vehicles can cut costs and boost savings. It said it's half an hour, but this is actually probably going to be like 10 minutes. They should at least learn a bit more about prompting, but that's just too hard of a job, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so, but I will say, when I've tried, I mean, I guess I too don't have the best prompting abilities, but when I also prompt GPT, I've asked it to make books before, and it has done a similar thing. And I said, I took a look at what ChatGPT can do, and I said, oh, people think that it can do this thing, but it actually can't. It's just pretending to. I think that's okay. Like, this is a good thing to get the ball rolling. If you create that thing to start out with, then you're not sitting there looking at a page that just says "the" on it. You're like, oh, okay, this is kind of what it's supposed to be about. Oh, I know what to add on to. And then the more you add on to that Sisyphean ship, it starts to become something different. And you can create it into something so much better and something so much bigger than what it once was. But yeah, for right now, it's at a state to where you need to add all of that energy to it. And people assume and they talk about it in such a way like it is something that you could just ask it to make a book and it'll make a book. But this is what you get when you ask for that. So as somebody that often has engaged with it personally, but then also I see the end result of it, and I know that it's not at the state that it could be or it should be, or it's not the state where it should be for people to be talking about it the way that they are. I'll put it like that. So that's basically how I think about it at the moment. But yeah, my voice is just like not entirely there. And I think it's because I was auditioning for something earlier. I was auditioning for a sportscaster role, and I think it was harder on the voice. But hey, one more audiobook? Absolutely, one more audiobook. We got one more on here, and I will say this last year was pretty good. This last year was pretty good. I mean, we got 2 already in February, which is pretty nice. We're starting out the year pretty well. If we do quarter to date, we already got 24 sales, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. A good diversity in these books too. Like the Wealth Almanac is up there. That's already there. We even had one for the philosophical methods and their art of living. We had one there. And I was super shocked. Because somebody actually bought the simplest guide to growing rice at home. This is notoriously the one that I spent about, I think it was like Can't remember how much it was. It was between $100 and $300. But I spent about that to get it edited down and immediately put on the market. Like, I was ready for this for a tight turnaround. I was like, I'm going to record it and have it on the market in a week. And I spent like $300 for it to not sell a singular copy. And so I was always like, never again. I will never pay an editor. Like, that's not going to happen. That's way too much. Really, what's the project about? So you can grow rice at home. I'm so hooked. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you can definitely grow rice at home for sure, but I think it's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of work to do it, but you could definitely do it. Yeah, we eat a lot of rice though, so I'm gonna leave it to the paddy fields of Japan, or let's see, where do we get it? Maybe Indonesia, I guess. Wherever we get our rice, I'm gonna stick with them. Our jasmine rice. We eat so much rice these days. Yeah, we got 4 people in here. What's up, guys? It's good to have you. Good to see you. Good to have you in. My name is Eric Pullman, and I do audiobooks. So I record it with Logic Pro here. Tonight, I'm not feeling it too much in the throat. I'm feeling a little vocal fry going on, so this is as far as we've gotten, and apparently we've gotten halfway through the book, which is kind of concerning to me, to be honest, because we only made it about 8 minutes in. I flubbed a lot of those takes, so this probably is going to reduce down to about 3-ish minutes. If we're halfway through, that's about 6, maybe 10. Maybe we can stretch it out to 10, but probably not. What else? I'm back on OBS because Streamlabs was on its BS, and I'm trying out Restream right now. I don't know. I've heard bad things about Restream, to be honest, but I wanted to give it a fair shake. So I'm on the free version right now. How to play blackjack like a pro? Not good. Not good. That one is not good. But it's so funny because that one, if you go back, if we go into all available, as you can see, been at it since 2013. Been at it meaning I've done nothing, and for the first 10 years, I did nothing for the first 10 years, and then I started making it. But last year was pretty nice. We had 253 sales last year, so that was pretty good. Started off 2024, well, ended 2024 strong with 18, and then we're already past our 2024 here in 2025 with 24 sales. But Baccarat is my number one project, and it was my number one project, meaning it was my first project, meaning that it is not good quality. Please do not buy it. There's been so much interest in it, so many people that have bought it, so many people that are listening to it. I go into the listening overview, and they're on there. Don't do that. This one is not good. How to Play Blackjack Like a Pro is up there as well. 88. So these are reigning supreme as far as my biggest sellers, and I am just cringing because they're so riddled with mistakes. I mean, is it the first one we recorded? Yeah. Baccarat once came after. I think so. I think you're right. I think Baccarat came after. So I did want to say my number one and also my number one, but you're exactly right. It was actually my number 2. And it is number 2 because it's a stinker. I'm just saying. It's kind of bad quality. But oh, the Baccarat was it. I remember those days. You were figuring stuff out while you were going. Yeah, literally. I was on the couch of my apartment, and I was like trying to figure out how Logic Pro really works, trying to put that together, while also, like, I had no idea what Descript even was, so I didn't have that knowledge. There was so much I was missing. Yeah, you started off in the gambling world. Yeah, I was in, hey, all I'm saying is I'm left on red. I'm left on red. Reader Rick here. Reader Rick here. So, let's see what else. What else? I gambled. I shot my dice and I had snake eyes. I will say that maybe one day I will say I hit the jackpot, but not just yet. Though it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. It's gotten to a point where it's pretty okay. I also hope you had a good audition. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think it was okay. I'm trying to get more comfortable being in front of the camera and delivering an audition. And it's hard because you have to get in this headspace where you know the lines well enough to put enough naturality into it. I don't have that natural conversational tone. And you kind of can see it in the books as well, and I hear it myself in the books, where every single word is just stressed, and there's importance with every statement. But really, conversationally, things are kind of lost. Words are eaten. Things go, they sort of mesh together. It's not exactly word for word. But, that's the name of the game. So I'm here to confront that reality, both in my acting and then also in my narration. So I think that I slowly can ease into it, and I slowly get into this the pocket where I can speak conversationally. And I think I hit that point this time around with this audition, but it takes me a few takes to get there. Check, 1, 2. Check, 3, 4. Ooh, okay. Cool. I can't remember if this actually plays music on here, but if it does, I'm just going to test this real quick so I can, let's do Whistle and Diesel. All right, that's about as far as I can go into it without it claiming me. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna watch it on the playback to see if I can hear it, because I want to diagnose things before my next stream. But I think that this is all right. I think I'm operating on OBS a lot better than I was when I first started coming on here and started having to heavily rely on Prism. Also, I'm on Restream, so I'm trying that out right now. Some, I would imagine, just take a bit more time to get used to. Yeah, I'm sure you can master my character. Thank you. One day. But, yeah, I'm actually kind of, Restream's not bad. Restream isn't bad. I'm going to figure out exactly what a better plugin might be. I noticed that there was a plugin that you could download from GitHub, and you could multi-stream directly from OBS. That or Stream Elements. Let's see. I've been working with Streamlabs. I've been doing Streamlabs for a little bit, so I don't know if Stream Elements is the same thing, but I'll have to look into that as well. Let's see. Can I? Oh, hold up. Can I? SO. Somebody showed me this the other day. Okay, did it do it? Did it do it? I gotta pull it up. Bam. Oh, you need to set commands first. Okay, gotcha. Somebody did that to me in their sorry, I had to give you a follow. Somebody did that to me in their stream, and wait, it should be /shoutout. Oh, really? So if I do /shoutout. wonder if it does it there. It might take a second to load. Actually, interesting. This would be interesting. How long does it take to load? Or does it do it on here? Maybe. I also wanted a subtitle thing so you could change the language. I wanted a subtitle thing so you could like if we had somebody coming in here and they wanted to do like Espanol, I wanted to have the opportunity for them to do that, but I don't think it actually shows up in the way that it ought to. Muy bien. Sí, gracias. Gracias por seguirme. Yo, I think we got a follower. Yo, Peach, did you follow me? Thank you so much. If you followed me, I appreciate you. Following since 22 minutes ago. Thank you so much, Peach. I appreciate you. Because we're one more follower to the follower goal. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, but... Oh, there we go. W Peach. Yeah, W Peach. W Peach indeed. All right, I think that's all I got for tonight. I'm also running super low. I got 12% battery, so I gotta run a power cord down here. Get this baby some charge, some juice. Get this baby some juice. It was good to see you. Hey, it was good to see you as well. Words and Words, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for checking out the restream. Very late as well. Very, very late. I didn't expect anybody to show up whatsoever, and I think I got more people coming in than I did in my last stream. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you as well, Words and Words. I hope you're having a great night. Sorry to cut this one a little short. I guess we're at 47 minutes, so it's short enough. A little shorter than I ought to come on here with. God bless, and I hope you feel better soon. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think I just need a little bit of water. I think I just stressed it a little earlier, and this tie is kind of constricting it. So I think maybe that was it. Keep us posted on your next project. Absolutely. I will absolutely do that. I will say, as far as projects go, we got 4 in process, but they're the ChatGPT ones, so they're going to go pretty quick. And then I think that I've got one more, this revenue cure. We're in talks with Scott. He's pretty interested in having me do this project. So this will be about 6 hours. That's going to kind of be a doozy, but I think that we're going to be able to do it. So those are the projects so far, and I hope to be back on. That was the wrong one. And I hope to be back on to do it soon with better voice, less vocal fry, and more battery. And yeah, I'm glad this thing worked. I'm glad we got this thing working, because yeah, I don't think it's doing too bad. So I appreciate it. The goat. I appreciate you. Thank you, Words of Words. You're the goat. You the man. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming in. Stay classy. I don't have a closing screen. I don't have a starting screen. I don't have a BRB screen. I'm starting all back from scratch. So, pardon the interruption, but it's